The learning organization, the 5 disciplines concerning the dynamics of change. This is a video presentation as an overview of scientific management, self-designing organizations and Peter Senge's 5th discipline. Discusses new management disciplines such as systems thinking, personal mastery, shared vision, mental models, and team learning. These new disciplines can help organizations to become learning organizations. The information explains, Scientific Management Self-Designing Organizations Organizational Learning Overcoming the Basic Diseases of Hierarchy Small Groups as Learning Places Personal Mastery Mental Models Shared Vision Team Learning. What is a learning organization? Learning organizations are where people continually expand their capacity to create the results they truly desire, where new and expansive patterns of thinking are nurtured, where collective aspiration is set free, and where people are continually learning to see the whole together. Senge, 1990. Organizational learning. In the mid-1970s, the ideas of Argyris and Shawn, 1974, were beginning to provide an answer to the basic problems of hierarchy. In action science, they were developing a body of theory and method for reflection and inquiry on the reasoning that underlies actions. The tools of action science are designed to be effective in organizations, especially in dealing with organizational problems. According to Argyris and Shawn, people trap themselves in defensive routines that insulate their mental models from the examination. Thus, they consequently develop skilled incompetence, a marvelous oxymoron that Argyris and Shawn used to describe most adult learners, who are highly skillful at protecting themselves from pain and threat posed by learning situations, but consequently fail to learn how to produce the results they really want. Senge, 1990. When an organization needs a cultural change. Largely, the assumptions embedded in the popularized versions of cultural change do not reflect what researchers found in applied social science. Assumptions concerning the actual power of organizational leaders, a logical relationship between tasks and culture, and the positive benefits of conformity. Although cultural change is possible, organizations face obstacles such as resistance to change and hierarchy issues. What is Peter Senge's 5th discipline? Systems thinking. Systems thinking is a discipline for seeing wholes. It is a framework for seeing interrelationships rather than things, for seeing patterns of change rather than static snapshots. It is a set of general principles, distilled over the course of the 20th century, spanning fields as diverse as the physical and social sciences, engineering, and management. Senge, 1990. Systems thinking. Senge's 1990-2014 concepts of systems thinking are very profound. Scientists and engineers have been developing artifacts, tools, and medicines for centuries. However, what is referred to as snapshots is a set of views or patterns that scientists have been able to break through. These snapshots can be compared to the transient view in active scenes. The investigation of these views allows scientists to discover new realities. However, some interest is management in learning organizations. Thus, new techniques such as systems thinking can be used to improve organizations. If systems thinking is a static view, researchers and managers cannot develop new management techniques, provoking slower learning organizations that do not benefit from the dynamics of change. What personal mastery is. According to Senge, 1990, organizations learn only through individuals who learn. Individual learning does not guarantee organizational learning, but without it, no organizational learning occurs as a lifelong process. Its purpose is achieving proficiency in every aspect of life. A small number of organizational leaders are recognizing the radical rethinking of corporate philosophy, which a commitment to individual learning requires. Kazuo Inamori, founder and president of Kyocera, a world leader in advanced ceramics technology used in electronics components, medical materials, and its line of office automation and communications equipment, said this: "Whether it is research and development, company management, or any other aspect of business, the active force is people. People have their own will, their mind, and their way of thinking." More about personal mastery. If the employees themselves are not sufficiently motivated to challenge the goals of growth and technological development, there will simply be no growth, no gain in productivity, and no technological development. As cited in Senge, 1990, tapping the potential of people, Kazuo Inamori maintained, will require a new understanding of the subconscious mind. He has taught Kyocera employees to look inward as they continually strive for perfection, guided by the corporate motto, "Respect heaven and love people." He has stated that his duty as a manager starts with providing for both the material good and spiritual welfare of my employees. It is rare to hear a founder and president of a corporation like Kyocera speak this way, putting high relevance on the welfare of his employees. What are the mental models? Mental models are conceptual frameworks consisting of generalizations. Those are deeply ingrained assumptions or even pictures or images that influence how people understand the world and act. Very often, people are not conspicuously, clearly aware of their mental models or the effects they have on behavior. Senge, 2021. Mental models of what can or cannot be done in the management setting are no less deeply entrenched. Many insights into new markets or outmoded organizational practices fail to be put into practice because they conflict with powerful, tacit mental models. High-tech companies share a belief that being first to market is the key to success. At one firm, many top managers were convinced that customers buy products based on price, customers continually pressed for deeper discounts, and competitors were continually attracting customers away with price promotions. When one marketer who was new to the company urged his superiors to invest in improving service, he was turned down. Mental models. In Pina y Cunha, Vieira da Cunha, and Camach's 2001 article, The Age of Emergence, Toward a New Organizational Mindset, the authors stated, traditional management theory treated the environment of organizations as a given and as independent of organizations themselves. The definition of environment is those elements located outside the organization. The major role of management in these scenarios is to plan to improve changes in that environment, especially strategic planning to achieve a better business environment. To thrive in these business environments, organizations need to employ and facilitate new management practices like empowerment, innovations, and improved employee mental models. Classical managerial organizations can benefit from tacit, unspoken, mental models. To achieve innovation success, a smooth interplay between tacit knowledge and innovation management is required. Single quote. What is team learning? The discipline of team learning confronts this paradox. Teams can learn in sports, in the performing arts, in science, and even occasionally in business. When teams are truly learning, not only are they producing extraordinary results, but also the individual members are growing more rapidly than could have occurred otherwise. According to Peter Senge, 1990, individuals grow rapidly if they belong to a true learning team. In an organization, the collective of ideas can bring better results because of the many variables included. Members in organizations have different approaches to resolving conflicts or issues related to work. Therefore, being part of a learning team can bring better outcomes. The practice of dialogue has been preserved in many primitive cultures, such as the American Indian, but it has been almost completely lost to modern society. The discipline of dialogue also involves learning how to recognize the patterns of interaction in teams that undermine learning. Senge, 1990. Systems thinking is the fifth discipline. Systems thinking involves the understanding that organizational endeavors are one system or whole, made up of an invisible fabric of interrelated actions, which often take years to play out their effects fully on each other. Systems thinking is Senge's fifth discipline, and is the foundation of his theory of learning organizations. Video from Bus Demi E Learning Academy. Please subscribe to this channel.